AppsForBharat, the parent company of devotional platform Sri Mandir, has raised 175 crore rupees in its Series C funding. The round was led by Saskena Asia Venture Capital, with continued backing from Nandan Nilekani's Fundamentum, Elevation Capital and Peak 15 partners. With over 4 crore downloads and a user base that spans temple towns across India and the global diaspora, Sri Mandir now plans to scale operations in 20+ temple towns across India and to decode how this faith tech startup is turning rituals into revenue, temples into tech-enabled ecosystems, and tradition into a 3 lakh crore rupee digital opportunity. I have with me Prashant, Sachan, the founder and CEO of AppsForBharat. Prashant, welcome to Startup Street. First, tell us what kind of growth will this capital unlock for Sri Mandir? And from, Saskena to Nandan Nilekani's Fundamentum, what convinced these investors to back this faith tech journey?
Thank you, first of all, for having me. It's a deep behavior which has been there for generations, and every behavior has found digital touch points, and this was the only touch point. This was the only behavior which did not have a digital touch point. And with the way we are building this sort of helped investors gain the confidence that this is one large category in the making, and we are doing it right. And that led them to invest in this particular company. And the way we think about this is right. I think it's all about investing in the user, in the users, on building a great platform, and also helping them with all kinds of things that we can do.
Okay. Prashant, India's religious economy is pegged at 3 lakh crore rupees annually, yet remains largely offline and fragmented. So the opportunity you're solving for is huge. In fact, Sri Mandir doubled down its growth in the last 6 months. So tell us what's driving this momentum, and if you could take us to your current scale and business metrics.
Sure. So in the last 12 months, roughly 12 lakh people have done 52 lakh of these offerings through the platform. Now, this is happening not just from India, from outside of India. 20% of our demand comes from outside of India. And with 70+ temples right now on the platform, we would aim to scale it to 500+ temples on the platform. This is what we would aim to do. Now, the larger part that we're thinking about is how do we solve for the experience of temple partners and also solve for the experience of our devotees through what we do. And that's how we would put everything together.
Okay. Prashant, you're digitizing devotion, which is a space that is deeply rooted in tradition. How do you preserve the sanctity of the experience while scaling digitally? And if you could give us a peek into the AI-led features that you're building to enable personalized spiritual journeys.
Sure. So we are a platform. The idea is to be able to matchmake the temples which are enabling the access with the users who want this particular access. And can we give enough proof points where it ensures that whatever the devotees wanted these temple and temple partners to do, it's done well. So in part of the whole process, we ensure that enough touch points are maintained. So when when a user tells us that, hey, can you make this offering on our behalf, we make sure that there is a video that is given to him which carries all the details that how this whole process was done. The priest will come in front of the camera, tell what all things he has done, where this offering was made, and so on. So that's the first part. Second part is we have enough touch points that we have ensured that when you do some of these things, prasad box or some of these items are shipped from that particular temple to your household. There are enough things that we have done which ensures this trust. Now on the AI, what we have ensured is this agent is built in a way where it leverages all the historical and cultural information that is there, and it is also validated by institutions. So we are doing enough partnerships to ensure that we have a state-of-the-art model that answers all of these questions. And can we create this AI Panditji for everyone, where they can ask all kinds of questions, from when is Ekadashi to what to do in Ekadashi, to asking questions about all kinds of things that they would do on that day.
Sure. Let's delve deeper into what you just said. You're now expanding to 20+ temple towns from Varanasi to Ujjain. So what does this on-ground rollout entail? From setting up logistics hubs to enabling prasad delivery, how complex is this hybrid model of tech and fulfillment?
So today what happens is when you tell us that, hey, can you make this offering, or can you get this puja done for our for us at this particular temple, we actually work with our temple partners to ensure that all of these things are done. Now this investment in those local hubs will ensure that some of these processes are done very, very well, which ensures that, let's say, when some of these pujas are done, we will be creating digital enabled rooms where there'll be cameras set up where people could do these pujas. Two, when the pujas get done, they'll think of this, right? All the items that are procured from the temple, they'll be packed, shipped from there. So these will be very essential for
Okay.
users to be able to feel the vibe of what it feels like to be able to connect digitally to fulfill some of these things.
Okay. Finally, in the last year alone, Sri Mandir enabled over 52 lakh pujas and chadavas. Prashant, tell us, what has the temple response been like to this digital shift? And with claims of increasing temple incomes by up to 30%, how are you planning to make this a sustainable revenue stream for priests, vendors, and the local communities?
Think of this as an incremental income for them, where can we give them consistent incremental income? Can this income support the household of priests? Can we make it consistent? That's the larger part to this, right? And as we will open up the platform for and enable more services for temple partners, it will benefit them more. The larger idea is that there are so many culturally and historically important places that might not be popular. They don't get the right kind of support from their community. Can we create enough infrastructure for them where they get financially sustained and be supported by the community, and the community gets access? So the idea is, can we matchmake the community which believes in that particular institution and the institution, and they together serve each other?
Okay. On that note, we'll have to wrap up our conversation. But many thanks, Prashant, for joining us today on Startup Street, and wish you the very best for all your growth plans.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Moving on.